as you can see, not a seat to be had. The Clemson band has traveled down from South Carolina. 7,500 tickets were offered to Clemson, and they sold them all in a very short period of time.
I used to do Clemson football, and Clemson people will travel. No distance is too great to see their team. They love their team.
Florida State to kick off.
This is a critical play for Florida State. Last week, as you see, special team woes, and you're not kidding, it cost them the game. 27.7 on kickoff returns. And look at the field position. And Bobby Bowden told us this week his defense played pretty well. The problem was the field position, and no defense in the country could have held Southern Mississippi at the point that they got the ball. So he's put veterans on the kickoff team. He's replaced some of the younger players, and he expects a better performance.
Rich Andrews, a junior out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is about to accept the football, and one of the D-backs, Joe Henderson, quite a threat, a senior out of Freehold, New Jersey. And flanking him, number 41, Duck Thomas. Clemson and Florida State, and we are just about set to get this one underway. At the 5. Breaks it at the 45, and it's finally going to be upended across the 47-yard line. And now, tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Road Handler. Chris Morocco will open at quarterback. He will have behind him Terry Allen and Wesley McFadden. The wide receivers, Rodney Fletcher and Gary Cooper. The tight end is Stacy Fields. Up front, the offensive center, Hank Phillips. The offensive guards, Jet Flesh and Eric Harmon. The tackles, Bruce Bratton and Stacy Long. And we'll check the Seminole defense in just a moment. Pass on first down, and it is complete inside the 40 to Rodney Fletcher. Lo and behold, the team that loves to run comes out throwing. Odell Haggins is the nose guard for the Seminoles. Ostazuski twins, Henry and Joe at the tackle spots. Shelton Thomas and Kevin Grant are the outside linebackers. Keith Carter and Kirk Carruthers are the inside backers. Corian Freeman and Leroy Butler are the corners, and the safeties, Bill Reagans and Dedrick Dodge. To the near side, Morocco on the keep, but he's going to be knocked down for no gain. Kevin Grant.
Again, the special teams early in the game cost Florida State field position, and Clemson offensively is very conservative. They will not usually throw the ball early inside their own 40. What that special teams play did was give them good field position and made it able for them to open up their offense.
Morocco dumps it off. McFadden inside the 25, and McFadden is down to the 20-yard line. Leroy Butler makes the tackle, but it's a gain of 18 yards, and Kevin, 2 of the first 3 plays for the Tigers by air.
This is the fullback McFadden. He's going to fake a little block there, and then just in time, Morocco gets rid of the ball before the blitz get him. That's just super offense. McFadden knew exactly when to release the block, and Morocco hung in there just long enough to get him the ball. See the blitz coming down on him? He knows he's going to get hit. He delivered the ball.
Pitch to Allen, first carry, puts the head down inside the 15, in the vicinity of the 12-yard line. Dedrick Dodge, the senior, 6'2", 180 pounds, out of Melbourne, Florida, is there to make the tackle. First game for Terry Allen, who had to sit out last week because of a suspension.
Very fortunate that game was against Furman, a very fine program, but not as big and strong as Clemson. They didn't miss him as much as they would have against maybe a bigger opponent.
Driving while intoxicated is what the youngster was arrested for. McFadden, right up the middle, has a couple of very tough yards, then is stood up and knocked back. And the first man to hit him was 45, Kirk Carruthers. Odell Higgins also on the bottom of the stack, helping out.
Key matchup will be the center, Tank, and Higgins. The Higgins, two men, they're trying to double team him. He gets pushed off the line, but is able to get off the block and come back and get the ball carrier. They're going to need a big game from their middle guard, Higgins.
First down, Clemson, and the ball, Kevin, squarely on the 10-yard line. So they'll have to push it in to pick up a first down without penalty.
They normally go to the option on goal line.
Pitch to Allen. Cracks his way inside the 6, and he's down to the 5. John White coming up from his strong safety position to really knock him down, but Kevin, it's a gain of another 5 yards, and great blocking to the right side. Harmon and also Long.
Danny Ford is on record as saying he'd rather have an offensive line than an outstanding quarterback. He believes in the people up front.
Allen at the 2. Leroy Butler, one of the first for Florida State to come up and make contact. Odell Higgins also comes over, and it's going to be third down Clemson. Allen now with 4 carries for 19.
Ron, last week against Furman, 2 4th and 1s for Clemson. They didn't make either one of them against Furman. And that was running the ball. Let's see if they don't try something different.
Nose of the ball on the 1. Paving the way, and Clemson on top 6-0 as Chris Gardocki, a sophomore out of Stone Mountain, Georgia, to attempt the extra point. 7-0.
Give this TD the offensive line. There's Tanks, the center. They bury the middle guard, and now it's basketball, and up and over for a touchdown. Remember, they didn't have Terry Allen last week.
Terry Allen, who did not play last week because of suspension, has his presence felt in this opening drive, and it's the Tigers